What's up, truck drivers? Welcome back to the G&P Trucking YouTube channel. I'm Trucker Jim, and today we're going to be talking about TCalls. That's right, TCalls. Now some of you may have the question, what is a TCall? Well, a TCall, also known as terminate call, macro 11 on all you G&P drivers, Qualcomm, is when you're going to drop a loaded trailer somewhere other than the destination. And this happens all the time here with G&P. Now you don't just leave this trailer anywhere. When you'll do a T-call is when you get a message from dispatch instructing you to do a T-call, and it'll have the city and the state. Now most commonly these are going to be at our terminals. Now there's a few things that all drivers need to understand about T-calls. Let's say, for instance, you were told to T-call a load that you picked up in Kentucky on the Greer yard because it's not delivered until Monday in Columbia. So, after you find a place to park the trailer, you'll unhook and do a macro 11. Now, this trailer was already assigned to you and you did your loaded call, more than likely earlier in your shift. So, all that's already assigned to you. So, the macro 11 is very simple. You'll just put South Carolina for the state and Greer yard in the line. And then I think it asks you for your fuel level as well, if you're ready for next dispatch, that kind of stuff, and then send it. Now, depending upon where you're at, if you're at one of our terminals, you're going to take the paperwork inside and put it in one of the cubby holes, is what I call them. Now, if you haven't done this already, it's a good habit to get in to do it anyway, but you definitely need to do it if you're T-calling one, and that's right, the trip number, load number, OE number, whatever you like to call it, but that load assignment number on the bills. I personally like to do it with a hashtag, but that's not necessarily a requirement. But the last digit of that trip number, you will put that into the corresponding box. So if you've got trip number 4267182, which box will you put it in? That's right, you'll put it in the 2 box. This is very, very important to do, drivers. Let's flip the coin and let's say you're picking up a trailer off one of the yards. First you'll find your trailer on the yard. That'll be sent to you in your load assignment, and then you'll go inside to get the paperwork. Last digit of the trip number, look in that bin. You go through those, you find that number, you confirm the city, and everything is all right, and you've got your paperwork. But drivers, if you hadn't experienced this yet, I hope you don't, but I certainly have. But I would look for bills, and they weren't there. Well, the first thing you want to do is look in the boxes around there, because drivers can put it in the wrong box. I mean, it happens all the time. I'm not exactly sure why. It just does. And then when you go to Charleston, there's 2 sets there, because there's a lot of containers that come out of Charleston, and containers and dry vans are separate. So be aware of that when you're at the Charleston yard. So it's important to always put your paperwork there. Don't drive off with the paperwork and leaving the trailer there. It causes a big mess. Dispatch, customer service has to get involved, get copies of bills sent to them, and then they have to send it to a driver some kind of way. It's normally faxing it at a truck stop, and it's a big headache that can easily be prevented simply just by putting your paperwork and completing the T-call process. Now, there's going to be times where you're T-calling somewhere other than one of our main terminals, such as one of our yards, the Anderson yard, the Florence yard, the North Augusta yard, the Hammond, Louisiana yard, down in Laredo a lot of times. Things like that, there's not going to be a set of cubby holes to put on. So what do you do then? Well, there's a few scenarios that could be done, but I believe uniformity would be ideal for all of us here at G&P Trucking. So to answer that question, let's go outside. Sometimes, drivers, you're going to be asked to T-call somewhere other than one of our main terminals, such as a southeastern yard or just a drop yard. Now, some drivers will want to leave the bills in what's called the permit box. I don't suggest doing that because All trailers don't have permit boxes, as you can see. So here's what you do. Now I'm going to show you what you do when you're not at a terminal doing a TCall, such as a southeastern yard or North Augusta. You'll take your bills, and more than likely you have a grocery bag somewhere in your truck. Put your bills in the grocery bag, give it a couple of spins, tie a little knot, and you'll come up with this. Now what we're going to do, simply hang that on the landing gear. So when the next driver pulls up, he's going to see that, he's going to know his bills are there. Now you can do your Mac 11 macro and head on to your next load. If you're picking up a trailer from a southeastern yard or one of these others, when you pull up, this will be the first place you look for your bills. A grocery bag hanging on the landing gear. Okay, well that's going to be a wrap on our video about TCalls. If you have any questions about TCalls, please put it in the comments below. Either another driver or myself will answer you. And for the drivers out there, one thing I think would be cool, because I've only showed the Greer cubby holes and the Columbia. So if anyone that's at the Atlanta terminal, Chattanooga, Charleston, Savannah, if you could snap a picture and put it in the comments and just mention which one it is, I think that'll be helpful for everyone. Hey, but thanks a lot for tuning in to this video. If you have not subscribed to the G&P channel, you're going to want to do that. Hit the bell for notifications so you get alerted every time we upload a video here. But thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.